Just going to do a quick intro here. This is the bag that I carry. It's a Latitude 64 E3 bag. It's the last year's model. The new E4 is out now. Pretty similar to this. Has a couple different side pockets, upper side pockets here. They're straight up and down on the E4. The E3, they're open, so it kind of makes it a little difficult. You can put your phone in here. I have a Note 10 Plus. It holds it fairly easy. See the main disc compartment here, holds about 20 discs, 22 discs in here, give or take a few. It does have a divider here. Have an upper pocket here. This whole flap comes down and will zip up. I do keep my putter, my main putter here. Has a top bag. It's about top opening, I should say. It's about 10 inches or so, maybe 12 inches deep. Keep quite a few things in there. I keep a couple towels, cleaning towel. Also keep a birdie bag, and then it's got a little pocket here where I keep another birdie bag. Going to the side, we have a disc pouch here. I can comfortably, and I'll move this so you can see. I can keep 3 discs there. It's not as easy. It's comfortable. I keep 2 putters here, one on the outside, and then a spot for my mini. Have a front pouch here. Keep some snacks, scissor, Sharpie. Comes in handy sometimes. We got a side pouch. Keep some bug spray. Keep some fluid for my contacts in case I need them. Get dry eyes, etc. Has another spot here. You can keep an umbrella. I keep a disc retrieval tool that I got off Amazon for about 10 bucks. It comes in handy. It's not what it's really meant for, but it does the job and saved me several times. You can see you have a strap there to keep up with your umbrella and hold it still. Then I have a water bottle pouch on the side. Latitude 64 has a water bottle I think you can buy specifically for this. This pouch is a little too big and doesn't stay tight. I keep a 24-ounce water bottle, and I keep it on a leash, so I've had things fall out of there. Do have a pen pocket up here, pencils if you're in a tournament. Good back straps. I keep them all the way out. It's got some offsets there to keep the air flowing, which really doesn't work. I sweat no matter what. Good handle. The newer one, the handle is up here, and you can grab onto it a lot easier. I'm not a big fan of this handle, but it's not too bad overall. The bag's pretty good. I bought it used. I think I'm the 3rd player to have it. Got it for $100. Brand new. These are around $199 if you bought them from Latitude 64 or so. I think they're going now. You can find them for around $140. Brand new, but I like the digital camo design. This is the bottom side. You can see it's got some rails to keep it kind of up off the dirt a little bit, but overall it's a good bag. It's my first one I've ever had. I got a little more expensive one just to start off with, so there you go. Quick shot of my bag before we get into the discs. You'll see all the junk around the table. Sorry.
Hey folks, good afternoon. Thanks for joining Griff's Adventures again today. Today I'm sitting at the house, a little bored, and figured, hey, why don't I go over all my discs in my bag so somebody that's just starting disc golf can kind of know where I'm at in my game. I've been playing since the end of February when I first started, and have only purchased probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 actually brand new discs. The rest of them I've been pretty fortunate and gotten used or used off of eBay. And I highly suggest if you're just starting out, go used until you figure out if you're going to enjoy the game. I've so far, thanks to James, have come to find a new sport. I've played golf for years, and this has been pretty enjoyable. It's more exerting than I thought disc golf would be. But anyway, enough of that. We'll go ahead and jump into the discs here. I carry a wider variety. My highest speed disc is a 10, which is probably still a little too fast for me. My arm speed just hasn't gotten there yet. But anyway, we'll kind of go down. I'll start at some of my drivers and then go from there. Pull all these out. Alright, so my first one here, I was wrong. An 11, a Mamba. It's made by Innova. It's an 11 speed, and it's been pretty good. I can throw this pretty well. It's still getting broken in. Of course, this is a new disc that I bought, and I got it from OTB Discs. I really like them. When they describe the disc, they describe the top of it and how flat it is or domey. And I'm not a big domey disc guy. I don't like them to be high, but this is a newer one. Still getting used to it. Trying to go down in order here. My next one is a used one. It's another Innova. It's a beast. It's really old, as you can tell. It's been beat in pretty well. I throw this one fairly decent. I'm still short. I'm about 280, 285 on my longest throw, and it's been with this disc, and I really like it. It has good flight. Starts out to the right, and of course, like all other discs, if you're throwing backhand, right-handed, it ends left. So good disc, good flight. My other one, used an Innova, is a Valkyrie. This was my best disc until at Tom Brown on 18. I threw it straight into the big oak tree just on the right side of the pad. And if you played Tom Brown, you know it well. I've hit it often, and this disc since then loves to go very right. It doesn't matter how I throw it. It doesn't even want to turn left, but still I can throw it straight to turning right. Good disc, beginner ended. It's a 9-speed. My other good one is an Escape. Doesn't seem like it, but a lot of my discs are dynamic discs, and this is a dynamic disc Escape. As you can see, here you can see it from there. It's a Lucid, and it is very well beat in. I throw it straight pretty much for the most part, unless I'm just doing the amateur things and not throwing it correctly, but it's a good throwing disc for a beginner. Got a Prodigy F7, which is a 7-speed driver. Can't remember how much it weighs, but it's pretty lightweight. It is going to start out right and end up just a little bit left, but a good throwing beginner disc. And then one of my newer purchases is a Maverick by Dynamic Discs. It's a Lucid. Cool design. Got it on eBay for $10. It's a 7-speed, and should be good for those in between mid-range and driver shots. Now I'll switch to my mid-ranges real quick. One of my best that I throw often is a Dynamic Disc Truth. It's a 5-speed. I can throw this backhanded. I can throw a flick with it very well for a forehand. It's a 5-speed, and it's done me really well. Really impressed with this disc. Next up is an A3 Prodigy. Got this at my last tournament. The first one I ever played in. It was a Par 2 tournament hosted by Prodigy, and this was one of the giveaway discs I've got. And this one finishes pretty hard to the left, so I use it on a couple of holes at Tom Brown when I need to get around a curve or something like that. But pretty good disc. Haven't had any issues with it. My next, this is another Innova. This is doesn't really mark, but it is a Panther. It's a 5-speed, and it's the Champion disc, so you can see it's clear. Really like this disc too. This has been a go-to for my mid-range shots. I throw it fairly straight. My other is another Truth Dynamic Disc. It's a Lucid. It's the EMAC Truth, so this is going to turn a little more to the left than the regular Truth. It's got a glide of 5, and it's got a fade of 2, so it's going to go over to the left pretty well. I use this one pretty often. It's a little too heavy. I wish it was about maybe 4 grams to 5 grams lighter, but it's a very good disc. Running out of space, it seems like. But next up is the Triple X by Latitude 64. It's the Oppo, and it's just like the Lucid for the dynamic disc. They're both, of course, made by the same company. And use this, it turns pretty hard to the left. There's a couple holes at Tom Brown that I use it on. It's a 7-speed, but that's about the only holes that I ever use it on. Next up is an Archer by Discraft. It is a 6-speed mid-range. I use it, and just some in between. I'm still getting used to it. It was given to me by James. I'm still getting used to how it throws, but it's been pretty good so far. Last but not least that I carry for mid-ranges is a factory second by Innova. So I'm not really sure what disc it is, but it's overstable, so turns hard to the left at the end. Says it's supposed to be a fairway driver, so I'm not 100% sure what it is. Like I said, there's a couple holes of Tom Brown I throw this on. Now, to my putters, I've been currently sold, as you'll see, on Dynamic Disc. My fairway putter that I've used a lot for upshots is a Classic Blend Judge, and this Judge is, take off my glasses, I'm getting old and I can't see up close. It's 173 grams. I've thrown this one pretty well. I've been able to shape it. It ends up a little over stable to the left at the end, but very good disc for beginners. Another one that was that I was kind of informed about was a Westside Disc Shield. Danny Lindahl, if you're interested in disc golf and want to learn how to throw, I'd go check out Danny Lindahl. I'll put a link to his channel in the description below. But this is a Westside Shield. It's a classic blend, so it's pretty good at whenever you throw it. It sticks pretty well. Next is a Pure, made by Latitude 64. Westside, Latitude 64, and Dynamic Disc are pretty much the same thing. They're all parent companies of each other. So this is a hard disc. I use it just sometimes it throws a little bit better in areas. So I've started using it some. It's a good disc. Last but not least, is not me personally, but it is a Marshall. Those that know me, that is my first name. It's a Marshall by Dynamic Disc. It's a classic blend, and this is my exclusive putter disc. If I'm within 30 feet, circle 2, maybe 45 feet in circle 2, but circle 1, I'm always using this putter. I've had, I don't know, it just feels good in the hand, releases well. Had some pretty good putts with it, but it is a Marshall, and it's a 3-speed. So, and it's also, if I can see it in the light, it's 173 grams. So, very good disc. But that's pretty much it of my discs. So far, I'm still learning. Like I said, I've been playing since the end of February. Had one tournament, a par 2. Didn't do too bad in it for being lumped in with men and that have been playing for several years. I did pretty well. So I'm going to Pensacola in November. Going to play in the Argo University of West Florida disc golf tournament. So should be pretty interesting. I'll have my first real tournament where I get rated and see how bad I actually throw. So anyway, that's it. This is my disc golf bag and collection. And please, if you haven't done so far, go ahead and go down there and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and give me a comment. Let me know what else you would like to see in my channel, what else I can do different. Still learning this. So we'll see, and I'll try not to so much next time on video. I just noticed I was doing that. So let me know what you think, and thanks for tuning in and subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. This is something I'm learning. So anyhow, once again, I want to thank everybody out there. Thanks first responders. Thanks for all the military men and women and sacrificing for our country. And thank you, and have a great day, and God bless.